Funny how a breaking heart can make you start to say, what would it my life? Funny how I often seem to think I'll find another dream in my life. That promise me, this creepy word finds me and my crying over my mistakes, forgetting all the breaks I've had in life. I was brought up to be a part of this great world in my life. And I deserve this fall and count the things I'm grateful for in my life.
It is Sunday, the 18th of May, 2025, and I invite you to join me as we think about the suffering that we create for ourselves. It may be totally ridiculous, ludicrous to think that we would want to create suffering, that we would want to create hardship in our minds for ourselves. But the point is that we do. We think thoughts of suffering. We think thoughts of hardship. We think and tell ourselves all the time how difficult things are. And we tell ourselves what we should be doing, how we should be managing, how we should be changing things. Where in truth, all we can do in that moment is be, is experience, be at peace, and visualize a positive way of going about creating our tomorrows. Instead, We think about what we must do, the bills we must pay, the meetings we must attend, the difficult conversations we must have, the decisions we need to take and must take. And all of a sudden we feel completely overwhelmed. Because it is what we tell ourselves, it is what goes on in our minds that makes us feel stressed and causes us to suffer. When we think about this, it is really quite strange that we as human beings have decided that there is a value in the old paradigm of consciousness. There is value in the belief that someone who has overcome obstacles, someone who has worked themselves to the bone, who is always busy, always running around, someone who's always overcoming the odds, seems to be respected, seems to be looked up to in a lot of ways. Because these are people who are always doing. They're always stressing. They're always running around. And there's a place where society and ourselves think that there's more value to what we achieve through hard work, through effort, and in some way through difficulty, than there is if we were to be quiet. Hard work and suffering, those are the things that we seem to hold in high esteem. And yet there's a place where we sometimes come to, where we feel we cannot do this anymore. We have to just put it down. Just put it down. Because whatever we are doing is not working. There is always a price to pay. Because when we do this to ourselves, we are not present in the moment. When we do this to ourselves, we are not paying attention to our children, to our partner, to the job at hand, because we are so busy running ahead. We are so busy trying to do 3 things at the same time, whereas we know from experience that we can really only do one thing at a time properly. You know, we can decide to just put it down. Put down the controls. Put down the remote control of your mind that is trying to control what is going to be happening in the future. Be in the moment. Could we believe for one moment that having to achieve through suffering, having to achieve through hardship, does not have to be our truth, does not have to be what we believe, but instead we believe that through experiencing joy, health, love, fulfillment, through ease and grace, we could actually bring into our lives that which uplifts us, that which brings us the answers that we need. We all have guides, we all have angels, we all have the presence of the Father, Mother, God in our lives every moment of every day. And we all are guided by these presences. We all have a gut feel, and if that is easier for you to live by than the knowledge that you are so privileged to have all these spiritual beings with you, then that is okay too. Because your gut feel is the voice of spirit. And it always tells you what you should do. It is always on some level ringing bells in your head. It is always on some level the small voice that says, this is not what you should be doing. This is not how you should be approaching this. There are easier ways to do this, but we choose not to listen. We choose not to be present. We choose to stick to our guns and to fight the good fight. But you know, when we are quiet, when we are peaceful, when we choose to be present in gratitude in the moment, we always find our answers. And the most amazing thing is that it doesn't matter what we choose to do. When we are grounded and present, we manage to do everything we need to do. Because we do what is needed, not what we think is needed, not what we think would make us look successful. But we will do what actually does make us successful, what actually does bring us joy, whilst fulfilling our tasks for the day. We can have all we desire in one way or another, but working hard, creating suffering, creating worry in your head does not make it happen. We all have certain things to achieve, and we all have before us two roads. One road called suffering, and one road called alignment, resonance, and one that we can walk with ease and grace. Making this choice transcends the energy of suffering. It is not the road of hard work. It is a subtle energy that is strong, profound, and aligns us with the energy of ease and grace. And yes, it may still be hard physical work, but we will find that it is so much easier to do when we bring to it a sense of love, a sense of joy, and a sense of gratitude for our ability to do this, for our faith in the God force, and our ability to surrender in and to the moment, and not to waste it by creating suffering in our own minds. Our affirmation for today is as follows: I surrender my needs into the arms of God. Beloved Father, Mother God, as always we come to you in gratitude. Gratitude for your love and your grace expressed in our lives every day. We thank you also for the ability to choose how we want to live our lives. We thank you for the clarity that if we choose to surrender, if we choose to lay down the control and embrace the suffering, your love, your light, and your guidance will show us the way, will show us the best path to walk, which road to travel, that of suffering or that of ease and grace. We are not afraid of hard work. We are not afraid of doing what needs to be done, but help us and remind us every day what changes for us, what changes the experience, is the choice we make, whether to labor through this, whether to take accountability and see it as a suffering, or whether to surrender it into your arms and walk the path of grace.
Funny how a lonely day changes everything. What is mine? Funny how a breaking heart can make you start to say, what good is mine?